Hi, sweetheart. Hi, Grandpa Birch here. Hey, are you ready for another story time? I think I have one for you. It is Wild Summer Life in the Heat by Sean Taylor and Alex Morris. Wild Summer Life in the Heat. It was a it was rainy when Grandpa moved house. I asked him, "Isn't summer ever going to come? I want it to be the holidays so I can come see you." "Summer's coming," said Grandpa. "Every time I go out, I see more butterflies and the foxgloves are about to flower." Grandpa loves wild things. "What's more," he told me, "I found something exciting I want to show you." Grandpa was right. The sun got shinier and the sky got bluer and the air got warmer. And summer came. I asked, "Where's the thing you want to show me?" "It's along a track I've discovered," said Grandpa. "Want to see?" I nodded. "Shall we take your bag for finding stuff?" "Good idea," smiled Grandpa. "You carry it." As we walked, the grasshoppers sounded chirpy. Things with wings were having fun. The butterflies were fluttering and the birds were flying around. The flowers stretched up like they loved the sunshine. And I said, "Do plants and animals want summer to last forever?" "That's a good question," said Grandpa. And my answer is, let's look and see what we think. Would this field be so full of life if it was hot forever? Wouldn't water be hard to get? I said, "There's water here." Grandpa looked at something shiny zoomed by. "A golden ringed dragonfly," he said. "She's a speedy insect hunter, and long hours of summer light means there's plenty of food for her to eat. You see the dragonfly? So she's happy it's summer," I said. "Yes, the wildlife thrives in this time of year, where the stream flows," Grandpa told me. "But this is only a trickle now. It's maybe because the climate is changing." "We learned it at school," I said. "The whole world is getting hotter." Grandpa nodded. "That's right." The dragonfly dipped in the stream. I asked, "Is she the thing you want to show me?" Grandpa said, "That's further on." The ground was so hot I could feel it through my shoes. "The sun's getting strong," said Grandpa. "I feel like being in the shade," I said back. "Lots of plants and animals are like you," Grandpa told me. "They find it hard being hot too long." "Look, this snail is hiding somewhere shady, and it seals moisture in its shell by making a door of dried slime. That way it won't dry out in the hot weather." Ahead, it was shady, but some of the trees were black. "There was a fire here last summer," said Grandpa. "This is what you want to show me?" I asked. Grandpa smiled and shook his head. "No. Fire's another reason why most wildlife wouldn't want summer forever. It's natural to have a few small fires, and fire even helps these pine trees open their cones, which freeze their seeds. But lots of big fires aren't good for wildlife." We looked at the pine cones. Grandpa showed me new trees and flowers starting to grow. Life tries to go on, he said, and it often has some amazing ways of coping with dangers. We got pine trees starting to grow. The track curved, and I called out, "The sea!" "Yes," said Grandpa, "and this is what I want to show you. They're fossils called ammonites. They might be 200 million years old. That makes them even older than me." "You're not old, Grandpa," I told him. "You're only half old." Grandpa laughed. "Why are seashells up here?" I asked. "Fossils are the remains of living things preserved in rock," said Grandpa. "They show that where we are used to be the bottom of a warm ocean. Sea levels rise and fall when the climate heats or cools, so we know climate change has happened before. But some life found ways to survive, and it's not too late to help wildlife survive in warming world again." Oh, they're down by the seashore. We walked down by the beach, and Grandpa said, "Those birds are Arctic terns. They're starting one of the longest journeys any animal makes. They'll follow the summer sun south all the way to Antarctica." "So they want summer forever," I said. "Yes," Grandpa told me. "Unlike a lot of wildlife, they're able to enjoy non-stop summer. It means they can catch fish in sunshine and glide in warm winds all year round." On the beach, Grandpa said, "So I think we've got an answer to your question about it being summer forever. Summer can be a time of plenty, but heat brings dangers as well." I said, "Lots of plants and animals need to cool down too." "Yes," Grandpa nodded, "including me. Shall we have a swim?" "That's a good question," I said, "and my answer is yes." What is summer? Summer comes when our planet orbits closer to the sun and tilts over, making one side warmer in the sun's energy. Heats the earth, and warms winds and strong ocean currents flow, giving us seasonal weather and climate. Summertime brings bright sunshine, long warm days, and short mild nights. From mountaintops to oceans, from flower meadows to forest, and from shallow streams to great lakes, wildlife enjoys plenty of sun and food. But summer also brings drought, wildfires, and powerful storms, and heat brings difficulties too. Wildlife has adopted over millions of years of evolution to live with the changing seasons. But today, the planet is warming unnaturally fast. People are putting too much carbon dioxide and other greenhouse gases into the air by burning fossil fuels. These gases trap the sun's heat, acting like a blanket wrapped around the earth. And because of this, we live with more and more extreme summer weather. And that is the end of the story. What did you think? Here we go. Land animals. Some land animals evolved clever ways to cope with the heat, but many species will struggle and need to find homes as climate change makes summer conditions hard. Burrowing. Burrowing owls migrate many miles to hot summer places, then move into shady tunnels left empty by small animals. Home cooling. Many insects and tiny creatures do well in the summer with its warm and wild foods, but shade and water are also important. Termites stay put in all weather, building enormous mounds with tunnels and chimneys to keep fresh, cooling air flowing. Changing coats. The Arabian wolf, like many animals, sheds a thick coat for a thinner one that reflects sunlight. The wolf also pants to cool down and loses its heat through its big ears. Estivating. Amphibians need wet places to breed and eat. Spadefoots cope with hot, dry summers by burrowing underground to wait for rain. They go into a deep rest called estivation and ooze goo onto their skin to stay moist. Avoiding the sun. Many animals avoid heat by busiest at night, even busiest at night, or at dusk or dawn. Red kangaroos plant sweat and lick their fur to cool down. They took millions of years to adapt to past climate warming. However, sudden strong heat waves can stop them from making babies. Wallowing. Wild pigs love wallowing in moist, muddy pools. Mud drying on their skin protects them from scorching sun rays. Catching the dew. Some reptiles change color to absorb or reflect heat. And when there's no rain, lizards such as the thorny devils get a drink by catching dew on tiny grooves on their scales and flows into their mouths. Plants. Plants need good places to grow with the right amount of sunlight, water, and warm air. Many plants have evolved interesting ways of coping with hot, dry summers, scorching sunshine, and even fires, but climate change is making life harder for them. Annuals. Many summer plants in dry places are annuals. They grow fast and live for a short time so they escape the extreme weather. Evergreen. Many trees and shrubs can put up with some drought thanks to smaller leaves or being evergreen, which reduces water loss. Succulents. A succulent plant have thick, waxy leaves or stems to store water. Some shut their air pores by day and to stop water from escaping. Leaf protection. Hairy or gray leaves reflect sunshine and help stop some plants from drying out. Big roots. Plants with tap roots or bulbs can store food and water underground. Others survive dry conditions thanks to long, wide-spreading roots which soak up more water. Drying out. Many resurrection plants can safely dry out. This is called desiccation. They look dead, but they come back to life after rain. Defenses. Fresh green plants need to protect their juicy stems and leaves from thirsty animals. Some defend themselves with spines or with nasty tastes or poisons. Timing. Some plants escape hot drought by waiting underground as seeds for months or even years. A Judas date palm can sprout after 2,000 years. The summer meadows. Summer meadow plants often have lots of flowers blossoming on different days over a long time. This increases their chances of attracting pollinators. Mountain life. Mountaintop plants such as the purple saxifrage are among species struggling to survive global warming because they need cooler weather. When plants suffer, so does wildlife that needs them. Surviving fire. Plants such as the cork oak, Baxa trees, and carnivorous pitcher plants can survive fire. They have flame-proof or heat-proof plant tissue. Underground stems are thick seed ears that can sprout from ashes. Ocean life. Summer sunlight brings new life to the sea surface, from microscopic plankton to fish, birds, and mammals. All are growing and feeding. Billions of tiny ocean life forms are busy capturing carbon dioxide gas and recycling it into food and oxygen. Leatherback turtles. Turtles come into the summer beaches to lay eggs. Hotter sand means fewer males will hatch, and rising sea levels means some nesting places will be lost. Seagrass meadows. Shallow seagrass meadows around the world's coastlines provide a sheltered summer home for a huge amount of young sea life, from tiny shrimps to fishes to birds to sea mammals. However, rising temperatures will mean less food and wildlife that lives there. Coral reefs. On one summer night each year, a full moon triggers a mass spawning event. Millions of tiny young corals, fishes, octopus, and other reef life drift miles on ocean currents. Most become food, but many help create new reefs. These are homes or places to eat for about 1/4 of the sea species. But a warmer climate and too much carbon dioxide is causing harmful coral bleaching on many reefs. The kelp forest. Kelp forests grow very fast during summer and provide homes for a huge variety of sea animals. Sea otters act as ecosystem engineers. Here they eat lots of sea urchins, which could otherwise destroy too much of the seaweed. Icy North and South Poles. The icy North and South Poles have sunshine round the clock during their summertime. The Arctic is warming twice as fast as the rest of the world. This means that ice melts earlier and forms later, making it harder for female polar bears to build dens, find food, and feed their cubs, and keep safely away from humans. And in Antarctica, some penguin species are changing how they breed, feed, molt, feathers, and migrate as ice melts and their world warms. What did you think of the wild summer life in the heat? All right, bye for now. And remember, Grandpa Birch thinks you're special.